Welcome to Docent Training 101. The purpose of this video is to help you prepare for your role as a docent in the Greco-Roman Museum. What do you wear when it's your turn to be a docent at the museum?
Museum docents stand out due to their uniform.
Your uniform is a nice pair of pants along with your t-shirt that your teacher already has. This is your ODC 3rd grade t-shirt. You will also wear a badge that has your first name. Your teacher already has this ready for you. Some students will be in costumes. These are students who are in skits or have another role that has been determined they need a costume. These students already know who they are and they have been fitted to wear a costume.
What is the schedule for the tours when elementary students arrive? Each class will take a turn being the docents for the museum. For example, Monday morning, Mrs. Follin's class will be the docents. Since a couple of her students worked on each section of the museum, this will then allow there to be a couple of docents in each section. The Senate discussed the need for visiting students to start in different locations of the museum. They were afraid everyone would be clumped together as they moved through the museum. When an elementary school arrives, they will meet in the front foyer. They will be broken into 6 groups. Each group will start in a different section of our museum. As a group of visiting students comes to you, you will only be responsible for telling them which section they head to next. The chart at the top of this page shows the flow. You will talk about this more with your teacher. You will stay in your expert section of the museum for the entire length of the tours. Rotations will seem quick as each group only has 5 minutes in your section.
What do I say to people when they come to my section of the museum? First and foremost, be excited about the information you are sharing. Your excitement will wear off on the people who are there with you. Each exhibit does have a placard to go with it. However, you are not to read the placard to your guests. They can stop and read them as they go through the museum.
It is very important that you are familiar with all of the pieces in your section. You will need to spend some time reading over the placards in your section and knowing exactly what is there. As a group comes to you, you will welcome them and give them a brief overview of your section. Something you could say if you were in the arts would be, "Welcome to the arts. Over here you will find representations of clay pottery. Notice the black on red technique." You could then take them to the sculptures and let them know they're a famous people to the Greeks and Romans. You need to always keep in mind the goal of your museum. That is to teach others about the Greeks and the Romans. You need to make sure the language you use is appropriate for this. You wouldn't be calling anything a thing or stuff, but you would use the correct terminology that goes with the item. Since you only have 5 minutes with each group, your words need to be succinct. That means they are to the point and stay focused on the topic. Think about docents you have met in museums. They tend to ask questions about what you know. Feel free to ask the students questions. You could always ask students, why do they think they use those materials, or why did they live that way in that time? In review, what to consider when communicating: that you need to show excitement, speak clearly, use appropriate language, be succinct and accurate in your speech, and ask questions of the students if you'd like. We are confident you will take your role as a docent seriously. Your hard work and dedication to the Greco-Roman Museum have been amazing to watch. We thank you in advance for finishing strong by being great ODC citizens in all you say and do.